Hello everyone, this is Zoe from Imaginary Pig Creations, and this is just an update on my 2019 planner system and how it is working for me, and whether I would change things, and just, basically how it's going and what I've added in, that sort of thing. I'm not doing a voiceover this time, I'm just doing it in real time, mainly for time constraints, and partially because it's quite nice to talk to you as I leaf through things rather than afterwards. So hopefully it's not too poor quality of sound, and hopefully you can't see my microphone lead, but we'll see. I'll look at that afterwards. Anyway, so I painted my nails for this, and I'm so bad at painting my nails, I can't get them looking nice ever. I have strange child hands as well. Because I'm 4'9.5" and my hands are really tiny. They're smaller than my daughter's. My thumbs are like really small. So I can't get my hands to look sophisticated and nicely painted no matter what I do, but which is probably why I'm always pulling my sleeves down. It's like a real habit. It used to really annoy a friend of my dad's who used to kind of watch me do it and then come over and like yank my sleeves up and say stop doing it, but there you go. Anyway, so my 2019 planner system is actually working really nicely. So I've got my Erin Condren life planner, the vertical, a bullet journal in which I'm keeping collections and things, and I've got my one line a day journal. But what I've added in is what I'm about to show you. See, I'm a huge Peanuts fan. I love Snoopy, I love Charlie Brown, I love the whole thing. And I've got a collection of all the Coronet books, which I've lovingly kind of pieced together over the years, and I've got lunch boxes and plushy toys, and just Snoopy and the Peanuts gang are my absolute favourite. So I've had this for some years, and it's a 1985 Snoopy Day by Day diary. I'll just show you a blank page, so it's got the little captions up at the top and then the dates. And I found out purely by chance that 1985 exactly matches 2019 in terms of the days and the dates. So if you, and if you look at the back, you can see that that's an exact match for this year. And I found it out mid-January, and I was so happy because I've had this diary for years and I never thought I'd be able to use it. I thought it was just going to sit unused as part of my collection, just blank. And so when I found that out, I ran to this diary just to check that it was actually 1985, and it was. I'm really, really, really happy because, I can't even explain how happy this makes me, because it's a vintage diary and it's Peanuts and I can use it this year. So what I was finding with my one line a day, I've been filling it in one line a day. It's very, handy for memory keeping, but I've been missing writing a little bit more long form about my day. So when I discovered this, I realised that I could. And so I discovered it on January the 29th. So what I did was use it like I use all my journals, which is stick kind of random things in it and scrapbooking paper and stickers and things. And I took the one line a day diary and I copied those entries in, elaborating a little bit wherever I could, and just put some washi tape in here and there and some stickers just to fill in any gaps, until I got up to the day which I discovered I could use it, which I think was the 28th, no, it's 29th I just said, wasn't it? So 29th. And from then I've been writing in it every day, and sticking things in. So I'm really, really happy because I've got another proper journal that I can write in. So yeah, words can't explain how happy it's making me that I can use this. So if you want to run to a thrift store and see if you can find a 1985 diary that's unused, you can use it this year. So that's just, it's made me incredibly happy. So that's the new addition to the planner system, which I will be, filling in this year. And I've already gone ahead and stuck some various stickers that I had in it, just to, you know, liven it up, because I always do that with my journals, except I'm not doing it with my one line a day because there's no room. So the one line a day I'm still writing in, and I think what I'll do is next year I'll use a different colour, and I'll use a different colour for each year until it's completed. The Erin Condren is working really well, and I've been filming Plan With Me's just because it's so much fun to put stickers in it and make a kind of spread and then fill it in. I quite like looking at them when they're filled in and they're all messy looking. Yeah, it's kind of fun to look back, and the pages feel nice. I mean, I can't be the only person that just likes to run my hands over my planners and just feel them. Anyway, but yeah, so loving these. That's possibly my favourite one so far. And I've just filmed and up to here. That was my Valentine's Plan With Me. What I don't put in the Plan With Me's are these countdown Mickey Mouse stickers, which I've been putting in since January because we're going to Disneyland Paris in March and I'm really, really excited. But I only put these on afterwards because they don't often match the aesthetic of my Plan With Me, so I put them on later on. Anyway, so I've yet to film that week's and the week after. But yeah, I'm loving the Erin Condren. I'm loving the fact I can just flick to a month and see what's going on. For example, there's Disneyland Paris week. Yeah, so I can just flick to these months. I've already kind of decorated them a little bit, and the Erin Condren had all these stickers that came with it, so I went through when I first got it and put them in, and then I just decorate the weeks as I come to them, sort of thing, with my Plan With Me's. So that's working really nicely, and it's a lovely size, and I'm not worried about it getting beaten up in my bag because it's really sturdy. I love the cover. I know you can take it out and interchange it, but I'm not planning to do that because, well, frankly, I quite like the cover I've got. I suppose if I got bored with it I could change it, but I'm not bored with it. I like it, so I'm sticking with that. So that's the Erin Condren, and this is because I couldn't quite give up bullet journaling in favour of just planning. I gave up some bullet journaling because I wanted to be able to future log my planner more, which is what I've been doing with the Erin Condren and doing the Plan With Me's. But there are certain things in the bullet journal that I found invaluable, especially for my mental health, so I've kept them. And I love this notebook. It's my Le Môme dot grid. So it's a plain creamy paper dot grid, and it's quite a nice, it's quite a nice thick paper. It's just such a nice, sturdy, lovely feeling notebook, and it's got the pen loop as well, and the elastic, and I added that little charm to it. So what I've been doing, I did scrapbook it just to make it look pretty because, you know, it's part of the fun. I like plonking stickers down basically. So I've been keeping my mood trackers and just sort of general, not so much habit trackers, but tracking things like whether I have a migraine, whether I go outside, whether I exercise, whether I stick to my routines, because they're all part of, when I'm having a major depressive episode, they all just disappear after the water. So it's good to keep track. So I thought it might be a good idea to have, so I've basically set up the entire year so that I can look back over a period of sort of 3 months to 6 months and see whether my particular medication's been working and that sort of thing. And then as I come to the month, like, because now we're coming to the middle of February, I've been setting up March and April and just making them look pretty. And so so I can do a little bit of decoration, but I've also got the functionality there already because I've set it all up. I basically sat down and watched a massive load of vintage ER reruns whilst I was setting it up, so that was fun. So this is my grateful log. And the only thing is, because of its cream pages, when you have to do some white out, it really shows up as white. But it's not too bad once you've written on it, so I can let that go. So I've got my gratitude log set up for there, for March and April. It's my food log. So those are little doodles that I did amongst other stickers, and that was like clothes tag from some pyjamas I got. So that's really cool. And the food log's helping me see how much crap I eat, so that's helping with the weight loss. So again, I've just set up March and April there. Self-care, with my cute little kitty picture. And again, just set it up with a few little scrapbooky bits ready. And then the month or the week in review. So each week I ask myself these questions and fill it in and see how I'm doing. So I've got that ready for March, but I haven't set up the questions and I haven't set up the colours or anything yet. And this is when did I last do things, just to help keep me on track. So as you can see, they're standard sort of bullet journal collections, but I've, instead of having lots of different bullet journals and, you know, having each one last 3 months, I've set this one up for the entire year and I'm using it in conjunction with my planner, and I find that it feels more efficient, basically. So that's my vision board. I wanted to show all these when I first sort of did the video at the beginning of the year, so I won't go through them again, but yeah, they're all ready to go. They're quite scrapbooky because I like that style a lot. There's my Disneyland planning, which I'm very excited about. And that's just like some random, I did this random doodle on a rough piece of paper, so I stuck it in, and then I stuck in some sort of bits of stickers and bits, you know, like little bits that you get extra when you buy scrapbooking kits and things. I've just sort of stuck them in there. Online tracker. My level 10 life, which is, everything's very low, so I'm working on that. This I found on Pinterest, and it was try to schedule these into every month, lunch date with a friend, as you can see. So I'm trying very hard, and that's a sort of ideal schedule for an ideal day that I haven't managed to actually meet yet, but I'm still trying. And that's just a random colouring page that I stuck in from one of my books. I've done a doodle section. So these are all free for other collections that I sort of do throughout the year, other trips, whatever I need them for. And this is, you know, each month I'm going to do some doodles. So that was January. February is getting there. I don't have to do it every day, but it's just sort of there for when I want it. So I've set up basically the whole year for doodling. And this is a year in pictures. So each year I'm going to pick a teeny picture, like a little passport size picture that represents the month, and stick it in until the end of the year. And this month, or January, last month even, I picked a picture of my planner because I started with my Erin Condren and started doing plan with me's, and I've loved it. And then I'm going to each month just put pertinent pictures, mostly of my cat this month because I didn't do much except hang around with her. Just to sort of outline the year. So February I've begun by putting little pictures of Paris down because I'm planning for it and I'm excited. And so that leads us to the end. So as you can see, my system's working really well and I'm sticking with it. So I do like the fact that I've got some form of future planning. I think it works really well. And doing Pretty Plan With Me's hasn't stopped me from future planning in this because I've set up all the months already. I can write stuff directly in there and then refer to that when I come to do my weeks. But whenever there's been anything specific I've needed to write in, I've just written it in pencil. So it's there for when I do my plan with me. So making it pretty hasn't at all stopped the functionality of it. So I'm really happy to stick with that. And one other thing I've added in is this little, basically it's a homemade sketchbook out of rough pieces of paper I had knocking around. And it's just a little daily notebook that I carry around with me. And if there's a whole bunch of stuff I need to get done, I'm writing it down. And at the moment I've got a sort of running to-do list. But I had been writing sort of daily things down to check off whenever I had a really busy day. And that was working really well. So all I'm doing that is carrying that around literally from room to room with me and out if I need to go out. So it's there for just general note keeping and specific to-dos, so I don't have to keep going to my planner and checking them off. I don't have to do that till the end of the day or the beginning of the day. So that is my 2019 system, and it's really working so far. So I hope you enjoyed watching this, and see you soon.